Kenyans have now virtually decided. They have essentially made up their minds that they are voting in Raila Odinga as the 5th president of the Republic of Kenya. And there's a new administration to govern the country for the next 5 years. But it's also clear that this reality is slowly dawning on William Ruto and his UDA party. And that explains the latest outbursts, the latest outrageous outbursts emanating from Ruto himself, his running mate, Rigathi Gachagua, and the UDA cohorts, who would have forgiven them if it was basically the issue of politicking. But the issue of security, particularly in the North Rift region, given the history of that area, is so serious to be trivialized. We have heard William Ruto claim very sensationally that the leaflets that are circulating in parts of the Rift Valley, threatening certain communities, either vote for him as the president or leave those areas. Ruto's claim that those leaflets are being circulated by the NIS, the National Intelligence Service, is not only unfortunate, but extremely dangerous. The National Intelligence Service of the Republic of Kenya has distinguished itself as a very professional organization. In fact, it's the pride of this country, not only in the region, but globally. And therefore, for Ruto to drag the name of the NIS and its leadership into his politics is not acceptable. If there's something he knows that we don't know, he needs to come out and share it with the rest of Kenyans. In fact, those outbursts by Ruto about the NIS cannot be ignored. As a matter of fact, we are demanding that the DCI moves with speed to summon William Ruto to record a statement about those outrageous claims, because they have got the potential of first discrediting a very important institution under the Kenyan Constitution 2010. But two, they have got the effect of creating a sense of panic and animosity in the populace. So it's something that we cannot just say is part of the usual politicking. So we demand that William Ruto proceed to record a statement with the police, and the DCI should forthwith initiate investigations, thorough investigations into these claims, even as they move ahead to arrest those individuals who are involved or who are responsible for the circulation of these unfortunate leaflets. Because there's no one who is above the law. Ruto himself is on record suggesting recently that the president should be stripped of his immunity from criminal prosecution. We want to suggest that the investigative agencies and the law enforcement agencies, for that matter, move with speed and question William Ruto. And if indeed he's found to have flouted any laws within the penal code or otherwise, swift action needs to be taken against him, including arraigning him in court to answer those charges. That will send a very powerful message to all Kenyans that this country's security is more paramount than anything else. From where we sit, we believe that what's happening in the Rift Valley currently, especially the mushrooming of threatening leaflets, is a culmination of a long process. It's a culmination of a long process of radicalization of the populace, of hate speech, of fear mongering by Ruto and his friends in UDA. We cannot allow this country to go to the dogs simply because someone strongly believes that he is the one who must be president. It can't be allowed. So we want to also ask the Kenyans to ignore the outbursts emanating from Ruto and his friends and to focus on ushering in the third liberation of this country by electing overwhelmingly Raila Odinga on the 9th of August this year as the country's 5th president. Lazima tukere haya maneno kwa njia yote kama Wakenya. Haya matamshi ya Bwana Ruto na wenzake kama zitakomeshwa zinaweza leta mfurugo au kutoelewana kati ya Wakenya na Wakenya wengine. Hiyo ni jambo ambalo sisi hatuwezi kubali hata kidogo. Hatuwezi ingiza siasa kwa mambo ya usalama wa nchi, hasa kuchafua jina ya idara ambayo iko na sifa nzuri kama NIS. Ni jambo ambalo sisi hatuwezi kukubali hata kidogo. Lazima Bwana Ruto aombe msamaha kwa mkurugenzi mkuu wa NIS Bwana Kameru, na aombe Wakenya wote msamaha. Ameendelea kutusi Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta miaka hizi zote, na ameendelea kutusi Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga kwa hizi miaka zote. Sasa ameingilia kwa idara za usalama kama NIS na polisi. Hakuna idara ambayo iko safe kwa chini ya Bwana Ruto na wenzake. Lazima wakomeshe, tuambie wakome kabisa. Sisi kama wana Kenya hata kubali hata kidogo nchi yetu isambaratik. And Ruto's running mate just joined parliament the other day. Just have his 5 years now, so he's definitely my junior in politics. My junior politics. But what is critically important is that as a country we must begin to take the issue of integrity more seriously. Ruto and Gachagua, his running mate, are going to make history as the first presidential ticket that comprises of 2 individuals who have essentially been convicted of criminal offenses. Firstly is Ruto. Ruto is on record. It is on record. None other than the Court of the Republic of Kenya found him guilty of grabbing land belonging to an IDP by the name Mutahi. May the Lord rest his soul in eternal peace. The court found him guilty of illegally grabbing land belonging to an IDP in the North Rift. And the court ordered him to return the land and pay compensation or damages to that individual. That's on record. In fact, those who are going through law schools in Kenya, the Ruto Mutahi case is a case study. It's a case study. It's being studied in law schools. It's one of those cases of impunity, where an individual can be deprived of their right to property under Article 40 of the Constitution of Kenya. The Mutahi case is a case study on how the right to property under Article 40 of the Constitution can be infringed upon with impunity. So that is one case. Ruto never appealed that judgment. Therefore, he stands guilty as charged, as it were. If he has an issue with that, he can come, he can ask me. He can even sue me. I'm telling you, that is a case which is decided. It's part of the Kenyan jurisprudence. The second issue is regarding Gachagua. A competent court of law, upon being moved by the Asset Recovery Authority, an institution recognized by law in this country, has found him to have improperly acquired wealth. A competent court of law has found Rigathi Gachagua to have benefited from what is suspected to be proceeds of corruption to the tune of some Kenya shillings 200 million. Those are facts. They are indisputable. They are indisputable. Whether he appeals or not, that judgment has not been overturned by any higher court as we speak. And I challenge him. If he feels I am maligning him, he can sue me for defamation and meet with him in court tomorrow. He cannot. He can't dare. He cannot. Yes, he's been found criminally liable for benefiting from proceeds of corruption. So those two individuals, one who was grabbed around the IDP's land, another one who has benefited from proceeds of corruption, are running on one ticket, and both aspire to lead this country. So they are going to make history. Really. In fact, they already made history as the first pair of individuals to ever run for the highest office in the land, whilst having convictions hanging on their heads. If it were other jurisdictions, to other countries which are more civilized than ours, those two individuals would have stepped down from even contemplating to run for those offices. But because this is Kenya, and they are both children of impunity, given their history in Kanu, both Ruto and Gachagua, you know, they are Kanu children. It is Kenyans to teach them a lesson. And Kenyans are going to teach them a lesson on the 9th of August by sending them home very early in the morning, because there is no way you can even imagine comparing the Rigathi Ruto ticket with the Raila Karua ticket. The difference is like between day and night. So I think Kenyans are going to send a very clear message on the 9th. Indeed, Kenyans have a date with destiny on the 9th.